Oh,
It
I said I'm cancelled.
beg roll over like a tent.
All right, I'm going to redo the intro. Since it's been such a while. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to D&D Blender presents the Four Abreast saga, The Wizard of Ooze. I'm your humble DM, Tim. Today we have with us
The
Kegara,
slightly delayed edition.
Fleur,
I have banana.
Jackie,
It's Jackie.
and Charmaine is not here at the moment, but
She
she will be at some point, hopefully. You may be wondering why Fleur sounds a little bit different. Unfortunately, Fleur is not feeling the best, so is playing remotely today. So, apologies in advance if there are any issues there. In the previous session, the group traveled from the. And did you actually get the seed in the last session, or was it the session? Yeah, as I was thinking. Yeah.
Yep.
You finally retrieved
We were very
the seed.
productive.
Yes, you were very productive last session. You retrieved the seed from the ghost orchid tree, bringing it back to the village. Performing the 8-hour ritual required, you summoned forth another great tree to protect the village from any more incursions, at least temporarily, from the encroaching infection. Setting off to find out what is the cause of this corruption. The first location seemed logical was to head to the monastery of the Great Orchid, which was sorry, was it the Great Orchid? Can't remember. Give me a moment here. Sorry, the Temple of the Immortal Lotus. I apologize. I knew I had that right. Had that wrong. Anyway, which was the monastery in which Fleur had learned her their monastic fighting abilities. Finding that it had been corrupted much like everything else. All the flowers had been mutated and everything had become fungal, including the inhabitants. Unsure as to whether or not these people had just been converted into fungal creatures or whether or not they had been taken over. A series of duels ensued where Jackie got the shit kicked out of them by the immortal Steel Crane. Kegara, using heat metal, melted Steel Crane's legs and defeated the first Guardian. Moving on, they dealt with Jade Fungus, which got incinerated as the final blow, making their way to the mighty Shrieker Temple, which was once the giant immortal Lotus, and meeting the now leader of the group, Vac May, who, healing up Fleur, the final challenge was put forth. And Fleur was successful in her efforts to defeat, or to fight this creature, fungus, flower, mushroom. He's quite a fun guy when you get to know him.
Get out.
And and so, saying that you have proven your worth to him and that you are indeed a good student, and has invited you all to have tea. And so he brought forth his tea set, and you all gathered round, and that was where the last session ended. And so, at this point, you see yourself sitting across from this wizened-looking Myconid with a massive, long, white beard, and he has to flick the beard out of the way, and he just looks at you, and he pours the tea out, and he goes, "So I imagine you have many questions."
Yes. But Leash has forgotten what they are.
Well, that does not help.
It's not helpful.
Session over.
Please tell us how you came to be in this situation, because the master that I knew was not a mushroom.
Well, all things are transitory, as you know. However, after the great light from the sky and the portal was opened, many of my people were released from the darkness below. We sought refuge in whatever places we could, places that would accommodate a species such as ours. And coming to this place, we found that no one was here, but the place was in disrepair. And it seemed a waste that a place of such monumental importance should go to waste. All things are transitory, but some things should be allowed to thrive. And so, with that, we moved in here. We found the tomes that the former inhabitants had used, and we taught ourselves the ways of the different fighting styles. See, you have mastered all of them. You are a very good student, as I said before.
And so you saw fit to take on their names as well?
No, we do not take on all of their names, just a semblance of them.
Because it's very misleading. It feels like the people that I knew simply became infected by mushrooms. So it's very hard for me to understand.
Well, we apologize for that. It was never an intention of ours to deceive, just merely to survive.
Insight check.
Go for
it. I don't believe you. Ugh. Let's see. Are we any good at this? Oh, not too shabby. If D&D Beyond is helpful, that's a natural 1. So that's 9.
9? He seems very genuine.
Of course he does. Of course he does. So, why does Steel Crane come over and take sugar from the fairies?
Steel Crane, as I said, let me start again. Steel Crane is under a different set of orders. He leans in towards you, Fleur, and you start, like he's speaking. You can see him speaking, but as he leans in, you see a little cloud of spores come out, and it comes in near you. And as the spores come near you, start hearing a different voice in your head. So he's speaking physical words, but then you actually hear in your head a different set of words to what is being...
I'm hearing telepathically?
You are hearing telepathy, yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
The voice in your head says, Steel Crane works for the evil wizard at the top of the Beanstalk. He is not one of the students here. He is working for him. We do not wish him to be here any longer. If you could dispatch of him, we would be very appreciative. And he finishes his long, rambling bit of voice bit where he's explaining that being around myconids such as us does not do well for artificial organisms. His programming is a little bit crazy. We have spoken to him and asked him to please refrain from doing that. I assure you it will not happen again.
Okay. I would appreciate him leaving my friends alone, because otherwise we might have to encourage him to stay away more permanently. And I'm sure no one wants that.
Well, by the looks of what you did to his legs, he will not be going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, I have to take some necessary steps, right, Kigura?
Exactly.
Anything, Jack?
Well, maybe he wants to come with us.
What, still Crane?
Yeah.
If you can convince him, then by all means, he may come with you.
I'm very convincing.
Sure you are. Yes. How is your tea?
Have I had some yet?
I don't know. Have you had any tea?
No. I didn't know. Is it to be drunk?
Yes, it is tea. We are sitting down. Oh, okay.
I am new here.
Very
I'm
well.
suspicious about the tea.
What is to be suspicious about the tea? It's perfectly fine.
Cool. I'm gonna do a check. The tea, because you're like, have you had your tea? It's just.
Yeah, he's asking. He's noticed that none of you have drunk the tea. I mean, the tea's too big for Fleur. He understands that, but everyone else is sort of.
I rolled a 21 for insight into tea.
Inside the tea. So you
Smell it.
You scrutinize the tea. You interrogate the tea. It's just tea.
It's just tea?
It's
Okay,
just tea.
I'll take a sip. Okay.
It doesn't taste very good.
Ugh, then I gag it.
Yes.
So I said,
What
it's
did you
lovely,
make-
lovely tea. After gagging
You
it.
say,
What did you make the tea out of?
or whatever was in the storerooms. As mechanids, we do not. We don't have any taste buds, so we don't know whether it's any good.
Thank you. It's we appreciate the effort anyway. You're most hospital.
We might
Hospital.
have to find you a new supply of tea. It smells okay, but I get my little teaspoon out and I have a scoop. But it doesn't taste like tea, so.
It turns out it's coffee. So it's like, oh, we're doing it wrong. Alrighty. So, what would you? Is there any other questions you would like to inquire about? No.
Not from me.
Okay. Jackie.
So we're all friends here. Yeah.
Well, of course, we never had any ill will toward you, unless you had some towards us.
No, I'm always very friendly. Though sometimes I'm a little bit suspicious of people, but all
Yes.
goodwill.
We could sense that about you.
Yes.
It is, yes. Well, if you're, yes, we are here. We learn. We like to fight. We teach. We impart our wisdom. If you wish to stay here,
Do you have any wisdom to impart on us before we leave about what we're going to encounter?
well, it depends where you're heading next.
Well, we are chasing where the big light came from. We're heading in that direction.
Very well. If you follow past the valley and keep on heading as far as the horizon in the direction that you came, you will come across that which you seek.
What can you tell us about it?
Not a great deal. It is a place where death roams, as well as many more of my kind, more dangerous kind. There are many, many evils there. There is even a great warehouse.
Ooh. Is it full of treasure?
It is said to be incredibly full of treasure, yes.
Oh, good, items that are magical?
Oh, yes. The rumors of the great warehouse is that it is filled with whatever it is that you desire, but no one that has ever visited it has returned.
Oh, that's because could that just because they're so happy to find whatever they desire in this warehouse?
It could be.
It could be. We'll put. I wish to put that on my stop list to go to this warehouse.
Okay.
Get everything I desire. Yeah. Well, Thank you so much. Also, so you're saying that your own kind are there, but they're not the good kind like you. They're sort of the worst bad mushrooms? Are they the bad mushroom types?
Could I say that all changelings are good or all changelings bad?
Well, I feel like we're all I don't know.
The word you're looking for is enlightened.
I don't know.
We are talking to enlightened myconoids.
Enlightened mushrooms.
Mechanics.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
We are talking to myconids who have
I would say that the
doing the greater
changelings
good.
are the people you want on your side.
Mm.
So if we're on your team, we're good for you, according to your perspective.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Perspective is very important about all things.
Cool. Anyway, I'm going to go find that mechanoid and convince him to come
Well,
with us.
Good luck.
I do have one more question.
Of course.
Can I have your gloves? They are very nice gloves.
He looks down at his hands and he goes, if you return successful from your quests, I will have no further need of them, and you most certainly can.
Why does it keep dropping out?
So he says if you return successfully from your quests, he will.
But the gloves will help us be successful in the quest. Why would you, handicap us like that?
And he gives you some long-winded, ridiculous explanation, and then in your head he says that is the only thing that he is able to use to protect the monastery from greater dangers. He needs it for defense.
Fine. Okay. Alright, well, thank you for the tea. Thank you for the conversation.
My pleasure.
And we shall return some point in the future with less evils in the land.
And he stands up and he bows to you. He goes, you are a very fine student. I hope to be able to see you again someday.
I am sure you will.
And with that, you guys can head on out. Now, Jackie wanted to go and visit Steel Crane on the way out. Anything you guys want to talk about as you're walking?
So what do you think, do you have any ideas of how I could convince Steel Crane to come with us? I'm just going to flat out tell him he's not really welcome here and they'd rather he go, but maybe that's not the best.
No, that's not the best. I have something else to tell you all, but when we get out of the monastery. So I wouldn't take that route with him. Perhaps his talents can be used to a more constructive means by helping us deal with the evils that are up north. And if he is a good person, he will want to do those sorts of things, right?
Yeah, or he could be motivated by, greed, because we're also going to go to this warehouse.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, it's best to hit both our bases, hey?
I mean, if you the tact of we're going to go deal with evil, we're going to go get some fat loot, I would take one of those or both of those routes, but I wouldn't mention that he's unwelcome. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Because that will make him feel angry.
And Charmaine's going to challenge it. But why do we need a broken robot anyway?
Cannon fodder?
Oh yeah, but we got Kegarov for that.
He's kind of weak. He dies easy. Maybe the metal monster would.
I beat the robot, you didn't. Remember when you got your ass handed to you on a plate by the robot that I beat?
Well, that's probably why we keep you, because you can melt things. I'm actually the opposite,
weak.
the worst.
Weak. I'm weak.
I just
won my fight, Jackie.
saying that I've got like 5 times your
Oh, yes. Yeah, I see that. But again, I point you to the circumstance where I won the fight that you lost.
Okay, let's go.
Yes, that's right. That's what I thought you'd say. Anyway, moving on. I won, you lost. Yes, I'm the weak one. Continue our story, please. Thank you very much. Ding dong.
Well, I was just saying, I'd rather at some
Here's
random
a shovel.
broken robot get killed than you.
All right. So as you are heading up, you see still Crane. He's still melted to the floor.
Oh.
Where Kegara's heat metal had melted his legs. So
Oh,
he's
no.
currently just an upper torso with a blob of metal that's sort of fused to the stone in the ground.
Hi, what's his name? Middleman.
And you see the head.
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Yeah, the head rotates
Ukraine.
180 degrees at you, and he goes, "My designation is Steel Crane."
Steel Crane, I feel really bad for you being melted. Is there some way we could, like, fix you?
You could return me to my factory.
Where's that?
It is above the Beanstalk.
Is that around here? Can you point that to me? Up the beanstalk?
Yes, so he just points in the direction where you guys have been heading.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll take you with me in my, like, sack, and we'll fix you there, because you're pretty useless there.
Yes, he won't actually fit in your bag of holding because
Oh.
the blob of metal is too wide for the orifice.
Do you have any ideas for this, maybe, that we could get you into a...
Turn him into a backpack.
What? Who's
Let's
gonna carry him?
C3PO him onto the back of Charmaine. Is that what you're suggesting?
Oh, so I have to carry the robot? This is your idea, and I'm the one that gets stuck lugging him around?
You're the strongest
apparently, I'm
person.
too weak and pathetic
Look,
to
I
carry
didn't
the
say you were
robot.
too weak. Blame Jackie on that one. Don't punish me
Well,
for what she said.
You know, everyone thinks I'm evil. I'm actually trying to help the poor robot. Have some compassion.
I have a different question for Steel Crane.
I mean, you don't exist melted into spot. I'd sooner kill it than leave it to suffer.
Mr. Steel Crane, sir,
Yes.
you mentioned a factory. Are there more of you?
Not like me, no.
But there are other automatons?
Other constructs, yes.
Okay. Maybe what we can do is let the factory owner know that you're down here melted, since we can't carry you so easily, and they can come get you.
Do you think they...
That would be acceptable.
Who should we address such inquiries to?
You are looking for the great and powerful ooze.
The great and powerful... How do you spell ooze?
O-O-Z-E.
I'm writing this in my notebook. And is that a person or a blob?
Unknown.
Right.
You've not met it before?
Negative.
Is there a way I can use artfully placed heat metals, right, to free him from the great big lump of crap metal so that we can carry him anyways less? Do you want me to do a check or something to see if it can be done?
Well, no, because you'd end up damaging him more. He's currently on 1 hit point. Any additional damage will basically destroy him. He's basically not.
Yes, well,
Like, any additional damage to him will kill him.
so his self-repair just stopped working.
Yes.
Alright.
Well, you melted it.
Alright, okay. Here's another thing. Can we detach his head and bring him in, maybe get him a new body?
If you had expertise in robotic body part removal, I'm sure you possibly could.
Oh, I can certainly remove his head.
Yes, whether it will be functional or not, that is the next question. If you wish to attempt to remove his head, I will not stop you from doing that. However, there may be consequences to a attempt or a failure.
I did know an amazing orc mech that could do this. But he's not here now.
You see him, he's
I
just like,
still think
just putting his hands
I
out,
still
trying to lift himself up, saying,
that perhaps going and informing the great and powerful ooze that one of his automatons needs help might be the best way to go about this.
Yeah. But if we can...
Knowing our luck, we'll get there and the great and powerful and mighty ooze will be the bad guy. And we'll have to, come to an accommodation.
If we can't move you, is there some place that's more comfortable for you to be until we can get back?
this is fine.
Okay. Well, we'll be sure to bring back...
We will pass on your message of
ooze.
distress.
Yes. We'll work it out.
Appreciation.
Also, we apologize for breaking you.
Well,
Kind of, maybe.
It was Kettlekra.
Shall we, folks?
Okay. Farewell.
Alright, I'll walk over and pat him on the head and go, no bad feelings, Tin Man.
If only I had a heart.
It's
Oh.
okay. If we can't work it out, I'll just come back and kill him.
As we wander off, if your head's an empty kettle, made out of bullshit metal, you ought to be recycled.
As you approach, these two Myconid monks bring over Ari and Jill for you.
Oh,
If you
my
got-
magical evil horse.
I
look
creepy
so-
at all.
I look so cool on it.
Alrighty. So I'm guessing you guys mount up and begin moving, or is there any conversation you want to have before we start the travel sequence?
Let's travel.
As we start traveling, I'm probably going to wait until we're sort of ridden 10-15 minutes away from the monastery,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will start the conversation.
Alright. We'll just say for now you are
Doing so.
on... You're riding through the fog. Ding 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 ding. Literally, there's the fogs.
Yeah.
It says
So-
fog.
So, Kegara,
Look, I
Yes.
found the fog button.
Yes.
you know your offhanded joke about the robot maker being the bad guy?
Yeah.
You're 100% correct. There is an evil wizard, apparently, on top of that beanstalk, and the mushroom monks would like us to get rid of him. Because Steel Crane is following a different set of orders, is not doing what they want him to do.
Ah.
So Mr. Master Mushroom Monk person has got this really cool set of, he can talk. Like, you know how he would go on those big long rambles?
Hmm.
He was talking to me in my head separately
Oh, okay.
whilst he was going on those big long rambles. So yeah, the great and powerful ooze is also the bad guy. Or a bad guy. Which is why, Jackie, I said don't mention that Steel Crane is uncomfortable, because I think the mushroom people are being watched.
Oh, yeah. Well, I figured for sure. But that's a good idea. I didn't mention it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It would perhaps lessen our chance to come upon the great and powerful ooze with surprise, as opposed to showing up and being like, "Hi, we're here, and also we're going to hit you now."
that's cool.
It'll
can
make
just
it
be
easier
like,
to get
we
in.
wish to find the ooze to fix Steel
Reasons.
Crane.
So yeah, and I didn't want to tell you that while we were in the monastery because they're being watched. So out here hopefully is okay. Maybe I should have done a perception check to see if we were being watched too before I started talking. That would have been the smart thing to do.
Your passive perception has not picked up anything, if that makes you feel better.
Yes, it does. I forgot it.
And all is well. Alrighty. So, where is your destination?
We gonna follow the directions?
Okay. Are you
Probably
attempting
because
to
apparently
locate...
those clouds are the only thing stopping them from getting in. So
Sorry?
this god is being real funny.
Okay.
It's annoying.
Okay. I was going to say, were you guys planning on visiting attempting to locate the warehouse, or just going for attempting to locate the Beanstalk, or just traveling and seeing what you run into?
I reckon we should prioritize the Beanstalk, then do the warehouse, but it depends what's first.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
'Cause
The
I feel like-
Beanstalk,
Yeah.
I agree with Jackie, because if Steel Crane was getting his orders from the great and powerful ooze to raid the fairies, those orders are coming from the Beanstalk.
All right. The Beanstalk it is, and so you ride. Could I please get a D12 roll from you, Fleur?
A D12, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll. 7.
7. Okay. So your first bit of travel, you have no issues whatsoever. There are no random encounters. Second bit of travel, let's just say Kegara, roll me a D12.
Let's get an actual D12 there. 4.
4, okay. There are no additional encounters. Jackie, give me a D12.
2.
2. Once more, no encounters. So you ride through the thickening. The thickening? That's right, yeah. Fog, and the landscape as you are traveling, although very vibrant and still very much within the Faywild, the more you travel, the more you notice that all of the plants are being replaced by fungi. And it isn't long until you come across
You know, we would have got here much, much faster if I had some sort of griffin mount.
Well, I don't think the Griffin Mount wanted you.
Yeah, the funny thing is the griffin's actually slower than all the other mounts combined.
We need to find you a horse like I have, then we'd look really cool.
No, but he had beanies and was like grumpy and awesome.
Kegara, you
Yes?
would have spent the majority of the time arguing with it about why it should go forward and follow us without actually moving.
It would have been fine.
Okay.
I'm sure we could have found another horse for you, a flying horse.
Maybe we can get the great and powerful ooze to make you a griffin automaton that will do as it's told before we have to take drastic action.
Yeah, give me a gift. Now I will kill you. The end.
Oh no. Maybe we can purchase it.
I don't know. Anyway, let us continue the walkings of the Sophie.
Okay. So you've had this. This is the end of the second day. So the first roll was for the morning. Second roll was for the evening during the watch.
Okay.
Then we had the morning again.
Does this mean, have we rested yet?
You would have had a long rest.
So I can get all my
Yes, you guys
spell
can
slots
hit
back.
your long rest button before you get to this point. So those what your rolls were for your traveling. So Around noon of the second day of travel, you feel yourself being drawn in this direction by the blood train. And yeah, choo choo, motherfucker. Blood train, blood train. Chugga 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 chugga, get on the rails.
Don't make me TPK you. Oh, blood train.
Blood train. Alright, you see before you,
It is a weird ass plant thing.
yes, what looks like a corrupted beanstalk. And you think this couldn't possibly be it, but at the very, very top, you see a tiny little castle.
Cool. Tiny castle. Maybe Fleur can have her own castle.
Not out here. This place is a little too weird for me.
I think we're all
But-
weird.
But let's go and have a look, shall we?
Tiny castle.
Alright, dismounting or staying mounted?
I'm gonna stay mounted
Okay.
because I can, you know.
Alright, so you all begin to make your way forward. Fleur, dismounting or staying mounted? Nope, we've lost Fleur.
I would say she'd probably say
Not on
mounted.
here.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Staying
Say
mounted,
that again.
Staying mounted or dismounting to approach the corrupted beanstalk?
Staying mounted in case we have to run away real quick.
Okay. So you and Jackie begin to approach. Charmaine says, I'll wait here. It's going to give Ari some rest. And she actually just dismisses Ari. She can summon her back if she needs to. As you get to this point here, just as the circle of mushrooms, well, they're all mushrooms, but the slightly smaller mushrooms.
Yeah.
Your horse, Jackie, right, hits like a barrier and you can't pass.
Oh.
And then as you approach to Fleur, same thing happens with Chester. He is unable to pass what appears to be an invisible barrier. Oh, that's inconvenient.
I will hop off Chester, and then Chester can walk beside me.
Okay. So you hop off, Chester. Chester's like, you actually see Chester, he's up on his back feet and he's pushing and saying, "No, I can't get through."
That is very weird.
What would you like to do, Fleur? Whoop.
Can I go through it?
You take a couple of steps forward and you... as you take the step past the big mushroom, something very weird happens. And that Chester begins to grow. In fact, everything around you begins to grow. You've always seen the world as being giant around you, but everything around you just got incredibly big. And you're like, and then you look up and you just see this giant beanstalk, and you can't even see the top of it. Everyone else from your perspective, you just saw Fleur. She stepped forward and went.
Transdimensional shit fuckery. Kegra just bounds over and dives in.
You dive in, and as you see Kegra go bound, 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 he goes, "Nyip." And you are beside Fleur, inside this area here, and Fleur and Kegra, you are actually the same height.
What?
What the hell's going on? So you just saw your two friends leap past this point that you couldn't pass, and as they did, they go, "Pew!" They disappeared, and you see these two little figures on the ground waving at you.
You know,
Let's walk backwards and make sure we can undo this.
So you step back and you get big again.
Okay,
Bigger.
everything is normal sized.
Yeah.
Well, now we know why the castle's tiny.
Yes, transdimensional shit fuckery.
Don't try, dear. You're gonna hurt yourself.
No, gee,
It's a normal
now I'm
castle.
big.
It's just
Now
very
I'm small.
small.
Now I'm big. Now I'm small. Now I'm big. Now I'm
I
small.
was wondering what would happen so my mount can't get in there.
Correct.
But if I removed my mount and then clicked my heels in there, would my
Okay,
horse
so
fit?
you click your heels. You dispel your mount.
Yeah.
All right. You step inside. You shrink back down. You click your heels. You wait, and then a giant horse comes up to the barrier and is like staring down at you.
I'll go through just so I get big again.
Okay, so you're back to being normal size.
Okay. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna dismount my horse because I can always,
Yeah. Whoop.
so he doesn't
Dismiss Jill.
dismiss Jill. Yes, and get back.
So,
Just
puppy dog.
Yeah,
We're going to have to leave the puppy doggo behind.
that's what I was just thinking. We have no way to message you from a really long distance away, I don't think.
Okay, I'll be
So
fine.
maybe find somewhere to hide and have a nap or something.
All right. And you
Go
get
hunt some rabbits.
yes, he just curls up underneath this little bush here, circles 3 times, and just Actually, no, he doesn't. So I'll go. So I'll just wait. I'm gonna watch you guys because if just make sure nothing happens to you. And I can't get to you, but still want to watch.
Yeah, this is true. You're a good boy, Chester.
Thanks.
The screeches. Alright, let's go get small.
Alrighty. So Fleur, Kara,
Beep, beep, beep.
Charmaine. Oh no. And Jackie.
I come.
Yep. Alright, so you guys are all schmau.
I was sort of curious. I won't do it. Whether I can use
Haha. So as you step forward, you see Big Duggo, and then you see the massive bush forest and the huge beanstalk.
I bet you there's a giant that lives there.
Ah. Yes, so you see yourselves, you're now in the massive, evil forest. A journey that was only 30 feet. Now it looks to be a journey of at least 500 to 1,000 feet. You don't know how far it will take you.
It was quite mean they didn't let us take our mounts.
Oh, how terrible. Maybe if we're really lucky, I can find you a griffin to ride. Let us go.
Well, I think
Now, I'm never going to give you a griffin out of spite. You do realize? You do realize that? Reason not give you a griffin out of spite, motherfucker.
I beat you to death with a stick on 1,000 Lincolns.
Okay, so
Oh, that's another segue. Let's go.
let's go. What are we doing?
can we use a spell to get up there, or is there something?
Well, you can't see the top of it,
Uh,
and you also don't know what, if any, like as the further you go in, whether or not whether the spaces are going to change. You've only gone like 10, 20 feet.
so I
In.
guess we have rope, right? As a traveler, as
You
I'm-
do have rope. I would imagine you would have rope, yes?
So I guess we should just tie it and climb it.
Well, you haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Kagura is going skipping off through the giant twigs
Twig.
and
Let's
weeds.
go forward and see if we
But also,
can
you
find
have the
a
unusual thing of seeing Fleur as a humanoid in scale.
Cool.
This is very strange.
So no one has a comment on
Hey.
that at all?
Hey! Hey! Kigura,
Hello.
come here. Come here, Kigura.
It's nice
Okay.
to see more of your features.
Guess what, Kigura?
What?
I can hug you now. And I hug you really tight. And I can get my arms all the way around you now.
I just felt a rib pop. Okay, that worked.
Oh man, you are weak. Oh boy. Alright.
Still won my fight.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants the next hug?
I'll have it. Come here.
A hug? Will your boobs feel weird and when you're the same size as
Yeah,
me?
you got to be careful of the wings as well. Is it? Because I don't know where to put the hands.
You can hang on to the base of the wings and like give them scritches. That feels good. Becky,
Yes.
would you like a hug?
Well, let me see.
Okay.
You
let
roll
me
to
know.
see whether I want a hug. What did you roll?
I rolled a 2, but I didn't call it.
What were you trying to
Odds
roll?
or evens?
Oh, 3.
Well, roll again for odds. It's like odds.
Under 3, I want a hug. Over.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want a hug.
Okay, let me know if
I
you
am
Undecided.
happy
Happy to see
you.
you.
Is that right, Gary Gygo?
It is a pleasure to meet you. All right. Kagura, you go skipping. You just gonna go straight through the bush, or
I'm going to go around the bushes,
Yeah.
and I have the blade of shit fuckery to alert me to nasty. So
mm-hmm. No, all right. So you begin making your way.
I'm also looking.
Flo, what are you doing?
I am following. I am also looking for nasties.
Okay.
And like, pit traps and shit like that.
No
I don't
worries.
trust the great wizard of ooze.
Uh-huh. Charmaine. I was going to say, Charmaine, what are you doing? Is it she's not here?
I will follow.
I will follow along as well. And Jackie, what are you doing? Just gonna move in?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you guys begin your journey, making your way through the massive, teeny tiny clump of grass that is in the way.
You know what?
Very slowly having to hack your way through the difficult terrain of the bush.
Now I'm going over it.
Okay, Fleur's going over the top. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I am the high.
How long do you reckon this is going to take to walk?
Well,
Longer every time we
Well.
stop and have a discussion about it.
No, we can walk and talk.
Walking
at
and
the same
talking,
time.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Because it won't be.
Given how far we had to go, and then how much we shrunk, probably about 3 hours.
All right. I was debating whether I should cast polymorph on myself, but if it's really works for an hour.
As you are traveling, Kagura, the sword
A sword.
of shitfuckery.
It's an S word with
Yeah,
lots
it's
of...
an S word, yes. The sword of shitfuckery. Starts going,
Yo, blade of tingle tangle.
The thing is, that you hear it going, like it's warning you to danger,
Yeah, I stop.
and you're looking, right, and there is nothing that you can see.
I look down at the sword in the scabbard and go, so you're warning me that everything is dangerous.
If you swing it around in different directions, does it get picky?
I draw the sword.
Mm-hmm.
I take a step forward
Mm-hmm.
in one direction and back off. Step in another direction and back off. Is it just the whole time?
Well, no, it's not so much as doing like a whole. You're just getting intermittent, and then there's like a gap of like maybe 10 seconds, 10 minutes. You know, there's like just varying gaps, and it's just like. It just keeps on. It's warning you, but you can't see what it is. It's like it's sensing something
that I can't see.
That you can't see. It's picking up something.
I look over at Fleur. It's like, you see things that are not there, yes?
Sometimes.
Or the things that the what's it? The true shape and form and things, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see anything?
Where am I looking?
Right. We'll continue on, and then I'll let you know the next time I get the tingle.
Okay. Okay. I will look hard.
I'll let you know, and then you can have a quick look around, okay? So we'll
keep going.
All
right. So, keep going. You think you're about halfway at this point. It's been like maybe
again.
Roughly an hour, give or take.
Darn.
Just to traveling.
I didn't hear any of that.
So you've just been traveling. It's been roughly an hour.
Okay.
This underbrush looks like it wouldn't be that big of a pain to get through normally, but at this size, it's a real bitch.
Yep.
So your companions are having great difficulty, and if you actually get above the brush when they're in it, Fleur, you can't even see them. So,
yeah. No, I'll be walking with Kegara now because he wants me to look at things. So, I will be down there too.
Eventually, you start hearing the blade of Shitfuckery going. Ooga! Ooga!
Right, okay, now look around, look around. Right, there's something coming.
I will look around.
Looking around?
Give
me perception.
Perception. 32.
32. Okay.
16 plus 16.
Fine, whatever.
You see the thing.
All right, no. So you're just, and you're looking up. You're looking up. You're looking side to side, and you realize. You look down. You're like, oh shit! And you see the large boulders, which are the teeny tiny grains of sand that you've been walking on, start going. Start to vibrate.
Are they nearby?
Sorry?
Are they nearby?
No, like the ground is vibrating, and it appears to be getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Like you noticed it at first, right? It was just like very, very tiny, and then you look down and you see, oh crap, this is getting stronger. So.
Run that way, and I point in a random direction, and I start running.
Okay. Would that be left or right?
Let's go left.
Left, okay. Alright, so you begin to move, you start running left, and at this point, I'm going to get everyone to roll the initiative, bitches! Woo, woo, woo!
It's a ground worm.
Alright.
A tunneler.
Higura! You hear, you notice now, this thing's, and you see where it's vibrating at the ground where you guys were.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to get, climb slightly up one of those branch things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, just to get off ground level and go very, very quiet and hold my action.
Okay. So give me acrobatics, athletics, either of the two.
15 plus 14.
Yeah, cool. That's fine.
Yeah, 20.
Just whether or not, because you don't have climb speed. It's mostly just to see whether or not you.
Yep, 29.
Yeah, cool. So you up you get.
Yeah.
Cool. Fleur.
I too am going to get off the ground, but with my flat flaps.
Okay. You.
And I am going to turn on the lance.
Okay.
And I think, is that an action or is that a...
I made that a free action because I got sick and
Free
tired
action,
of all the
cool.
bullshit of switching on and off weapons, so you could just do it.
Thanks. Yeah, I will start flying and I will turn the lance on and I will also hold an attack for... Hold the attack action for when it comes out.
Alright, cool. At this point... Oh, massive cinematic zoom in as the mighty worm...
Is it my turn?
Not yet. It's the worm's turn. Let the worm have a turn.
It's a big thing.
Yes. Now, I'm just gonna. It's not actually. It's not technically a purple worm because purple worms are actually gargantuan monstrosities. This is just big worm.
This is a bog standard earthworm.
So it pops up and goes.
He is just small.
Where's a ginormous bird when you need one?
And I believe you were holding an attack.
Yep.
Yep.
So you would be in range,
pow.
Fleur.
Pow pow. 14 to hit.
That misses.
Alright. How about slightly higher? 16 to hit.
That also misses.
Well, okay, folks, don't roll a 1 or a 3. Roll higher than that.
Alrighty. With that, it is going to do 2 attacks. One with its bite and one with its stinger on the 2 creatures that it can sense that are on the ground. Charmaine and Jackie. It's going to nibble upon Charmaine. Rolling a 7, making a total of 21 to hit.
Jesus.
Which will hit Charmaine. I do not know whether she has the shield spell. She does have Shield of
you
Faith.
You can't see this because I put my hand in the air. I would like to make a sentinel attack, please.
Absolutely, go for it.
No hit, my friends. That's a better number. 28.
Sure, that hits. But it does hit Charmaine, so...
18 radiant damage.
18 radiant damage. Okay. It does the mighty 18 of the radiant damage. Okie dokie. So it hits Charmaine. So it does 3d8 plus 9. Uh, 10, 17, 26 points of damage to Charmaine.
Oh, gross.
26 points of damage to Charmaine. It must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. Which she unfortunately fails. Or be swallowed by the worm. Gulp. So this thing basically leaps up and just goes woo, like it's like Shia up out of the ground. It is the legend. Da! Straight down on top of Charmaine, and she is gone.
Wants to make her end his water blessings coming in and going over. May his passage cleanse the world. May he keep the world for his people.
Has summoned a big one.
Shia
As it is diving into the ground, it's going to hit you, Jackie, with its tail stinger.
I would just like to point out that I hit it with a sentinel strike. That means it can't move.
Okay, then. Well, it's still... Okay, so, in this... Alright, blah, 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 blah. So, same idea, though.
Yeah.
Rather than going back underground, it's now just on the surface entirely. So it is going to rear around with its tail and sting.
Here's me without my maker's hooks.
Yes. Because it's... Yeah, it can reach. It has reach. So, does a... 17... Ooh, shit. Sorry, microphone. Does a 17 hit you, Jackie?
Not with shield, which I have.
Okay. So, You activating shield then?
Yes.
Very well.
Get
You
that.
manage to block its stinger. It is now your turn. Jackie, go for it.
When do I get to use my action?
Did you hold an action?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You actually aren't in range to hit it, though.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Yes. You're holding physical attacks,
Yeah.
which is what you said you were.
Yeah.
It's out of range of that.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah.
It's within range of me, right? Can I?
It's
support it?
it is
How far is it?
10 feet away from you, so you'll have to step up to it.
Where is it? Yeah, I got a 5-foot reach. I can move 5 feet in front to it.
Mm-hmm. Whoop.
Then I shall hit it with my guitar. If
Go
I
for
can
it.
reach it.
Meow.
Oh,
Looking at the chat here. Get wormed, nerd.
29 to hit.
Yeah, okay, fine, that works.
There is worms I know, so the likes of which even
God
God
has
has
never
never seen.
We have worms like the like of which even God has never seen. I fucking love that line.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Alright, so the first thing is 17 for my guitar.
Uh-huh.
But I have extras.
Yes.
Of course.
She got your 5d6 for your psychic damage.
Not my. I'll just do that personally. So that was 17, right?
Yeah, 17, yes. Plus whatever your 5d6 are.
10,
19.
19, extra 19.
19, cool. Thank you.
And I have bonus actions.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I've got so many bonus actions.
Oh, my baby's coming with me, any fair and warriors.
I knew you'd like this fight.
Yes, yes, I do.
So, check it out. It's your new mount.
Don't kill him!
He's got
Yeah, so-
Charmaine inside.
Yeah, you start riding this creature, then you ride it out, and you squash it as you ride it out of the field because you get bigger.
You would too, wouldn't you? You bastard.
Da, da, da. It's like, ah.
My bonus action would be to cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Okay, cool.
And I also wish to hope to get out of its way. Can I dodge it?
So you can do there. If you wanted to do that, you'd have to use a bonus action to use your disengage, which means you could step back.
Yeah.
So do you want to do that instead?
You know what? I'll just stay. I know I'll get hit, but I'll stay in combat, I suppose.
Okay, so it is hexed, and you are staying there. All right. Charmaine is unhappy.
I bet.
Gonna
Like
rage flip
sneaking
out
on the
halfway down
inside.
his throat.
She's blunt. He goes, well, this is less than ideal. Swallowed creature is blinded and restrained, has total cover against attacks. It takes 66 acid damage at the start of the worm's turn. Worm's turn, not her turn. Okay. So Charmaine is going to pull out Schnick-a-Schnack, time to attack. 10 plus 12, which is 22. That will hit. 23, actually. She has plus 13. So 2d6. 2d6 plus 8, so that is 11. Then she's going to put a maximum level smite.
Let me out of this shit.
Yeah. So, let me go, motherfucker. I do not swallow on the first date.
Apparently the worm does.
Where are we here? Divine Smite, so 5d8. Three. Alrighty. So it is 11, 19, 25, 25, 29, 31. Which is a lucky number because if the worm takes 30 damage or more in a single turn from a creature inside of it, the worm must succeed on a Constitution saving throw at the end of its turn or regurgitate all swallowed creatures. So she's already at that threshold. So second attack is a 19 or 6, which is a dirty 19, which is the number she needs to hit.
Yep.
But this will just be the flat 2d6 plus 8. No smite on this one. Another 15. So... Alrighty. And here is the Constitution saving throw for the worm. It rolled a 27. So...
It's fine.
Ew.
Charmaine is still inside saying, "Let me out!" See, it's like the start of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Ah! She's like trying to dig it out.
Yeah.
You see little bits of divine energy, like little explosions on the inside of the worm.
Light flashes.
Little flashes on the inside of the worm, but Charmaine is still inside. All right. Kegara, you are up.
Steel Wind Strike.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Alright, we are going to do this at a grand total of 7th level.
Mm-hmm.
Now watch me back this up.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
All right, fine.
And then I will stay hiding in a tree.
All right, cool. Oh, look, I can actually put Charmaine inside the worm. Look at that. There she is. Yay! Charmaine and worm.
I'm not saying I rolled a 1. But,
Oh my
I
goodness.
may possibly have rolled a 1.
Well, the problem is, because you've cast Steel Wind Strike,
Yes.
you have to appear beside one of the creatures that you attack. So you actually appear on the ground beside the worm.
Can I appear on the worm?
Sure. You can land on the worm if you like.
Yeah,
You
excellent.
can be on the worm.
On top of the worm?
On top of the
On
worm.
top of the worm.
On top of its
I'm on top of the worm. What?
Yeah. Just so you know, the worm isn't embedded in the ground. It is out of the ground and sort of coiled like a snake at the moment. Just so you're aware. Fleur.
I gotta pass my test and ride the worm.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The spice will flow with the Gegara today.
Stab, I guess.
Go for it.
25.
That hits.
I forgot to add sneak attack. We need to add sneak attack.
Yes, you do. Now that most definitely there is a friendly target within 5 feet. Inside.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is 20 damage.
20.
Does the sneak attack also become the radiant damage as well?
It isn't a type of damage, it's just damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 17 radiant damage and 3 sneak attack, if that makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't. It's fine.
Second attack is more.
Mm-hmm.
31.
31 damage or
Ooh.
31 to hit?
31 to hit.
Right, okay, cool.
19 damage of the radiant type.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hazard a guess that its constitution is really heckin' high, so there's probably no point in asking you to make a saving throw against stunning strike, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Alright, it's
gonna try.
It will roll a dice, here it goes.
Roll a 1, please.
It rolled a 7 for a grand total of 18.
That is the magic number.
Okay.
In that case,
That's the magic
for my
number to
bonus
pass or fail.
action,
It doesn't
For my
matter.
bonus,
If her DC was 19, then it would be a fail.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You got to meet or beat.
Yep.
For my bonus action, I would like to use unsettling words on the worm.
Oh.
So it gets bardic inspiration for backwards.
So I got a minus a d6 from its dice rolls.
From its next saving throw.
Next saving throw. All right, cool. I will
Yeah.
put the dice
Yeah.
there to remind me.
Which will hopefully be a regurgitation saving throw.
Right. Sounds like a good plan.
So no one make a saving throw. Please and thank you. We want
Alrighty.
Charmaine out of there.
Okay. All good?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
Okay.
And I'm standing by to do another sentinel attack.
All right. Big Worm is going to... well, it senses someone's on its back. It cannot bite that person, so it's going to stab it with its tail stinger. So it coils
Sentinel
itself
attack.
around and rolls a mighty 24.
Oh, if I'm on 19, what's...
Plus 5 will put you at 24, which will mean you'll get hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you cannot avoid this, unfortunately. I require you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Why would you do that?
Because I am a kind and generous dear.
19 plus 0. 19.
Alrighty. So you take 6, 11, 22 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
The saving throw on the purple worm's poison, because this is statistically a purple worm, is 19. So you take half of 12d6 poison damage.
Cool. Tim, for your brain.
You can sentinel whack at once. It's like make your rolls for the sentinel attack, and I'll just don't tell me any numbers.
I already did.
Okay, cool. So
27 to hit.
Don't
10
tell me numbers. I need to calculate.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Like
It's okay. It's okay. Just
the delay in Discord is really annoying.
12, 22, 22, 2 through 40, 42.
Yeah.
42 plus another 6, 48, half, 24 poison damage.
Yep.
Ugh.
Alright. There's no additional effects on that. Okay, please. What was the sentinel damage?
10 damage.
10 damage on the sentinel? Cool.
Yeah.
And
it can't move again.
It can't burrow underground, so Charmaine has a chance to get out. And
Yes.
it's going to... Yeah. Oh, it does have blind sight. Oh, jeez, I thought it only had tremor sense, so it couldn't actually detect you in the air. But never mind then. So in that instance, it's gonna nibble upon you because you keep on poking it in its not eyes.
Jab, 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 jab.
Yes. Like, cut it out. 3 becomes a mighty 17.
Nope.
Okay, then, fine. So it is unable to nibble on you. Jackie, you're up.
Yeah. Sure.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You haven't given Charmaine damage yet.
Thank you.
Sorry, Charmaine, but also
Yes, I forgot to digest her. 18, 22, 27 points of digestion. There we go. Num, 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 num. Alright, Jackie, continue.
23?
23 hits.
Yes. So I'll just do the Guitar Blade.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously. You
Which
had
is-
to...
15?
15 damage.
I'll put in my psychic damage,
Mm-hmm.
which wasn't great at all. 11. It's pretty bad.
11.
Plus, but I get a bonus. Oh, but you plus an extra 5 or something.
Oh, for your Hexblade's
he's
curse.
So
Blade.
it's 16.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I can also do the. I can use my bonus, and that could be Blooming Blade, and he's moved, so maybe that's 3.
It can't move. It hasn't moved the entire time because Jackie not Jackie.
Right, I'll just,
Fleur keeps
Hey, Phil, spit her out!
striking
Spit her out!
it.
an extra 7.
Extra
by the
7 on
way.
the booming blade. All right.
If I can use a bonus action, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right. Spiritual weapon.
But on your spell trial.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I rolled 17 on Spiritual Weapon.
That misses, unfortunately.
But he's still there.
Yes.
So I don't have to cast it again.
Magic sword.
My magic sword's there.
Just to chill out. All right. There you go. Magic sword. All right. Cool. Charmaine is gonna start swinging her sword again.
Swingy, swingy, swingy.
That's funny. Ugh. Natural 1 for the first attack. Oh, that's better. 9 plus... Yeah, so that hits. She... Again, is going to do the full might of her guard down upon everybody. Fuck! Dice on the floor. So, 6 plus 8 is 14. Schnicker-schnack slicey damage. Plus, about 1,000,000 additional damage. So 8, 16, plus 2 7s, that's 31 smite damage again. Alright. So 31 plus 14, 45! It's for the okay, this worm is really not enjoying its food. So now it has to make.
You don't want to be food.
Now it needs to make. It's minus the d6 for this con save, I believe.
Correct.
Right. Uh, 14 plus 11 is 25 minus 6, which is 19. The saving throw is 21. Charmaine goes, like, that is so gross.
It's in my hair. It's in my hair.
I get extra points because he died and
He's not dead. He just threw up Charmaine.
Oh.
He's not dead yet.
I wanted him to die.
Give it a moment. Kegara, you're riding the worm. Go for it.
I will attempt Sylvan Strike again. 21.
Sure. Hold on.
Hey! I
Sure, I
feel-
laughed like the fucking emperor just then.
Excellent.
Good.
Let the hatred flow.
Knock on the tables over.
Ah, excellent. Alright, so it is at level 6. Where the hell is it? It is there somewhere. 6d10. Alright.
I'd always think it was 10d. I'd always think, I always think it was 10d6, but it's 6d10. Yeah.
I'm missing a d10.
Uh-oh.
In fact, I'm missing a couple of dice.
I'll just roll additional ones twice.
I know, but it's more that I'm missing them is the problem.
Wow, they'll be around here somewhere, I'd imagine. You don't really use them anywhere else, do you?
No.
So yeah, they probably got collected by India.
No.
16, 23,
I don't have anything like that.
38.
38. All right. So, Kegara, you disappear and then reappear where you think the worm's head was, but it looks up and it goes, and then you just, and the worm just goes. Dead big worm.
Bad worm.
I love it, you worm. I love it, you.
Well, good fucking riddance. Look at me, I'm on. That was really, really nasty, you know? I never want to have to deal with that again.
Yeah, you are covered in an interesting shade of slime.
Listen, gee. Can anyone help me out with this? Wait a second. I think I can do. I think I have prestidigitation. Fuck, I don't. Oh,
I have prestidigitation.
Oh, please clean me off.
All right. I will prestidigitate.
Yes. Thank you, darling.
Oh, good. It's a cantrip, so it's not going to cost me.
Yeah.
It's just like blah 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 blah.
Gegara,
Yes.
how many times did your sword go like warning and stuff?
A lot.
And what did we do every time it did that?
Stopped moving.
Well, like when it went warning and stuff, did we stop?
Yes.
So that's what we need to do next time instead of running away from it, because obviously it can like hear us.
Well, I'll let you know if the sword does the thing again.
Maybe we killed the only one. Hopefully we killed the only one. But if it does it again, we just stop and we stand still.
And then I can
we
ride the
wait.
sandworm.
It's just the hungry.
You can
cat.
try.
It's just the hungry caterpillar. It's a beautiful butterfly. And so far, you've made it only this far on your entire journey towards the mighty Beanstalk.
Well, I'm currently hurt.
What do you want to do? Take another rest?
Well,
Oh, should we just get to the stock?
can you see this great big open ichor dripping wound in my chest?
And she holds up her arm, and you can see bone.
That pink pulsy bits my heart. Ooh, kind of itches.
How long have we been traveling for? Maybe
We've been traveling for an hour.
Yeah, no. Okay, so we have actually everyone's injured, yeah.
Well, I'm not
No.
injured at all.
Fleur isn't injured. Because
Well,
No.
I took no injury.
yeah, Charmaine took the brunt of it. She took a little over.
Charmaine got it.
Yeah, Charmaine got it. How much damage did you take, Kikara?
a lot.
Hmm.
I will do a 5th level cure mass wounds.
All right.
Just gonna push the button because it'll be easier.
Yeah.
Wow, it is so fucking slow. It is get 21.
21.
21 in ya.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah, I'm more than welcome. 21.
All right. So let's just keep moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking.
guys,
Keep on trucking.
you guys keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. And eventually, what feels like an eternity, you manage to approach the Beanstalk. Now, it looks like there's a hole there. There isn't. That actually doesn't exist. That's just a weird anomaly on the thing there. So, as you approach, you see...
That is the grossest looking beanstalk I have ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to touch it to climb it.
Ah, shit.
Alright. So do you guys want to take a short rest at the base before you start the descent? The ascent? Or...
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys can do that if you wish.
Yes.
Tim, please look at chat.
Oh, sorry. Rule 34 Beanstalk, anybody? Thank you, Ty. Okie dokie. Alright, and so from this point on, we shift to this is going to be essentially, except for Fleur, because she can fly, a series of athletic checks to get yourselves up there.
Charmaine can fly too, remember?
Thank you, she can. Yes, what's up, Jackie?
I have abilities to like prep to change into like fly and polymorph. It depends how long this trip's gonna be,
Sure.
or I'll fall down.
So what did you want to... Well, again, you don't really know. It is pretty...
I don't know. So I'll just take my chances. And...
Alright.
Can I dimension door up?
Dimension door will get you precisely to here. And then you actually can't see. Like it'll get you, because of the fog, you need to be able to see where you need to go.
Yeah, right.
So there's only the 500 feet thing. So the first 500 feet I'm not going to account for. So if you wanted to dimension door, you can use that a bit, or you can do...
Give me a second. Maybe I can cast a spell for both of us, or whoever's in range for...
How long does fly last for?
Like
10
10
minutes.
10 minutes?
Yes.
Because I can cast that on myself.
Because
Yeah.
I think a few of us have that as part of our weapons.
Yes, I believe you do.
But I feel like you should only do that if you're gonna fall or something.
Feather fall if you're gonna fall.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fly. Concentration 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So can I use acrobatics to climb?
Yeah, so you'll be doing acrobatics. Charmaine will be doing athletics with advantage because she's going to be...
Yep.
But just give me a second. I'll wait for me to get everything set up here.
Okay.
You guys, this is your preparation stage,
Mhm.
basically getting yourselves set up and ready to
Shake it out.
ready to
Wait,
climb the great Everest of the Beanstalk.
Kager's stretching out his cords.
So it's not dexterity, it's athletics.
Acrobatics or athletics, depending which one you want to use as you're deciding to climb.
It
So
has to be athletics because it's +9.
okay. And you've got your robot arm.
I do have a robot arm. That
All right,
probably helps.
So, for the first portion of the ascent, Charmaine succeeds. What did you roll?
30.
30?
13.
13. Okay. You, Jackie, are having a bit more difficulty, so you slow the group up a little bit. However, Kegara, you get advantage on your next roll for succeeding as well as you did.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I didn't succeed on the 13?
You failed. You still make progress, but you're like you don't fall or anything. You just don't make any progress. So you got to this point, and you're like trying to go, but so at the moment we are at Charmaine has 1 success. Jackie is that, and Kegara is on 2 successes. All right. The next portion.
$22.
22. All right, that's just a flat success.
Mhm.
How'd you go?
21.
21. Okay, that is a success. And Charmaine, so got one success. So Kegara's flip, 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 ricocheting up the vines. There's plenty of like handholds and things like that. It's very, very spiky. It doesn't smell good at all.
Right.
But it's like very, very hairy. So you've got lots of things you can
Grab onto.
Exactly. Fleur, where are you in this formation? Like, are you just sort of hanging back from the group, or?
I'm sort of hovering around, like, giving helpful pointers as to where the next good handhold is and
Okay.
stuff like that.
So I'm saying, but are you sort of sitting middle? Are you leading them? Are you at the bottom? Where would you like to be positioned?
More towards the top of the formation so I can point out good handholds and also look for incoming downward danger.
All right, cool. No worries.
I still have my slants lit up as like a beacon of light too. So
cool. No worries. They're following the light of Lathander up the beanstalk to
yeah,
the mighty treasures at the top. All right, very good. Now I need to look up something very quickly. Give me a moment. Where is it? Okie dokie. Fleur.
yes.
As you are at the front of the formation, you hear like a little giggle.
I will look for the giggle.
You see, with your high, actually, no, give me, because you're doing an active search, so you don't. So your passive was what got you to pick up the giggle. Give me a perception check, please.
25.
25. All right. You see in the fog, like swirls, like it looks like something has like flown through the fog, and like the air current rotating as something it just ducked through it.
Can I see what it is?
You cannot.
Is it far or close?
It was probably about 100 feet ahead of you when you heard the laugh, and then as like the giggle went, you sort of heard like the echo, and it's like just sort of disappeared. You also heard like the flapping of a familiar sound to you, actually. It's like the flapping of fairy wings.
Okay. Mushroom fairies. Great. Just what we needed.
Okay.
Folks, we might have some mischief coming in our direction shortly. Make sure you have good grip on your mushroom store. And I will keep a closer eye and also be prepared to fend off anyone trying to cause mischief.
Okay. All right, so checks again, please, everyone.
26.
26. So it's a success for this point.
$26.
26. Well done. All right. You actually managed to catch up to Charmaine with that one. Fleur, since you are at the head of the group, your true sight notices that the next section of the plant, what looks like there is like lots and lots of handhold, they're all illusory handholds. It looks like something has come along and like cut away anything that would allow someone to grab onto it, then put an illusion of them still being there.
We have some mischief here, folks. Are there any handholds in the next section?
There are, but you guys have sort of got to rotate around the plant. So you've got to you
Alright.
can't make any upward movement for this next bit. You've got to do all sideways movement.
I will direct the group as to which handholds are real
Mm-hmm.
and which handholds are not.
No worries. It's a good thing you have that true sight.
Yeah, thanks, DM.
Yeah. So as you guys make your way around the area, yeah, like oh. And you start hearing like the sounds of whispers.
Yeah.
I require you, Fleur, to make a wisdom saving throw. I know you're not going to fail this, but we're going to give it a shot.
Well, never say never,
Yeah.
because I have failed in the past.
Never say never.
18.
Oh, good. Okay. So,
What did I say?
alrighty. So, as you,
How far am I from Charmaine?
you'll.
Mm.
Good point. What's oh no, you wouldn't be close enough to Charmaine because you were ahead. And I believe Charmaine's aura. Divine Smite, Harness Divine Power. What's her aura radius? 10 feet. No, you wouldn't be there because you were ahead of the group.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have been in range of that, unfortunately.
Okay.
In order to get us past the fake handholds, you were too far in front.
So you guys all watch as you see where Fleur is, directly above her. Actually, quite a ways above her. You see the image of what looks like a fairy, but you're like, wait a minute, that's not a fairy, that's a dragon. Wait a minute, it's both. And I guess it appears out of the fog and just goes like that, and then you see Fleur go and turn into a giant frog and begin to rocket towards the ground.
I'm gonna quickly do Featherfall.
Featherfall? All right, cool. So you featherfall, and so you're now gonna float a giant floating frog that is now Fleur, beginning to drift.
Can I?
Is this a polymorph or a charm effect or?
This is a polymorph, yes.
Okay. Ugh.
And you see, and it turns invisible again.
Wait, that wasn't Fleur.
No, this creature just turned Fleur into a frog. And then just as Fleur begins to go, it's like, try next time without cheating. So Fleur is now floating towards the ground.
There's a giant.
Rabbit.
Yes, big frog. Yeah.
Can I? Couldn't catch her with my hand if she's heavy.
No, because she got polymorphed into the scale of what a frog would be relative to what you are. She's as big as she's actually a gargantuan creature.
Rabbit.
Couldn't throw.
Is there a branch or something that I can land on and then jump my way up?
I could throw a rope at her if she's floating down softly.
True. If you want to try to make the world's first frog kite, you can absolutely.
Well, might as well.
Please do this.
Is this a dexterity?
I'm going to make if this works, I'm going to have to make a saving throw to not laugh so hard off the beanstalk, right?
Yeah. This is more not so much to actually because where you're floating, Fleur, because you were off. Actually, you know what? Frogs have actually got pretty long limbs and legs. I'm gonna let you make. Go to just for now, we'll use the stats of the froghemoth to represent the frog, the gargantuan scale of this frog. So just give me a moment here. So the legacy froghemoth. So we'll say its tentacle attack is its hand grabby attack.
Tongue.
It won't have the bite attack, but it will have the tongue. So that'll be the two different things. So you can do one tentacle and one tongue. So what we'll do is use the froghemoth's dexterity to grab on. So just give me, so it's dexterity plus, so d20 plus 1 to grab a hold. You'll have your sticky frog fingers. You can stick to the side
dexterity. I'll just roll a d20. 14.
14. All right. So you begin to slow, and you reach out your hand and you stick to the beanstalk, and then you. So now you're just a frog at the bottom behind everyone, holding on to the.
I would like to point out that if I'm a tree frog, I can probably climb this ship just fine.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
can just climb just fine as a tree frog?
Yeah. So you have a climb speed of 30 feet for this because you've got the adhesive suckers. So you'll be able to climb this, no worry. You just can't fly, and you no longer have the true sight.
Why not?
Hmm?
Why not?
Because you've been polymorphed, so your stats get replaced.
Oh, I thought it was just my physical stats.
No, in this instance, good point. Actually, let me double check this. You may indeed be correct. Let me just see.
How far away from the end? Are we an hour at 30 feet?
You've got at least you're probably about halfway up at this stage.
Is that an hour? Or...
No, that's not been that long. But yeah, well, maybe it's been that long. Just give me. I'm looking up the polymorphs. I've got a lot of stuff going on. Leave me alone.
Because I have polymorph.
Okay, that's good. Okay, cause effect to see within range. Only when a creature must make a wisdom saving throw. No effect in shape change or a creature with 0 hit points. Transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies. The target's game statistics, including any mental error placed by the statistics chosen by the beast. It retains its alignment and personality. So you retain your alignment and your personality, but all of your other statistics are that of the chosen beast.
Okay.
Yep. So you lose your true sight.
Right.
And your dark vision.
Which is dumb. What happens to my lance?
Because it's polymorph, it becomes part of you. So it just.
Okay.
Yeah. It's similar to the druid wild shape sort of thing like that.
It'll just be a stick when I get out there.
Yeah. All right. So you guys. Okay. So. Frog Fleur is now at the back of the group. So, well, that was unpleasant. What did you guys see? What that was?
Looks like a fey dragon.
I
only caught a tiny glimpse of it. It was bit fey, bit dragon. So being a bit of this and a bit of that, I would go with a fey dragon. Is that a thing?
Well, yeah, we met one.
That's right.
Yeah, we met Satal there. He was rather friendly.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't that big.
Well, no, but we're very small.
Oh. Right. Onwards and upwards.
All right. Checks.
Yeah. 29.
29. All right, cool. You flip. That's that one there. Sorry, looking at this one here. Where'd you go?
24.
24. Lovely. Charmaine. Oh, yes. She flip. Alrighty, so that is
Can
4.
I get can I hold on to get ready to throw a firebolt? Just being aware that there's things around and it's going to be outside of my usual range of smickety. Just get it ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yep. It's going to be like my reflex to hey, look at you! You're now a thing. It's going to be like firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Means I might also shoot something I shouldn't. But anyway, that's we'll figure that out in a most
cool.
amusing
Right,
manner.
we got 4 successes from Charmaine, 5 successes for Kegara, and 4 successes for Jackie so far. Next round, please. Ooh.
34.
34. Alright, so you flip, and that gives you 2.
22.
22, that just gives you 1. Charmaine actually failed on this one. So you're waiting behind Charmaine, Frogfleur.
Do I need to catch Charmaine?
No, she didn't make any progress. She just found it difficult getting up to this little bit here. So she's using her wings to give her bonuses to help with her climbing, but she's still not able to make as much progress at the moment. And at this point, you actually see what looks like a giant... You start hearing a... You see this huge wasp.
Oh, great.
Ah, food. Yes.
What would you like to do? Wasp is approaching.
I would like to prepare frog tongue to
Okay.
catch a wasp and eat it.
Okay.
Oh, that's all right, because you're going to get a cooked meal.
Alrighty. So.
Is it within...
It is.
120
Make an
foot?
attack, yes.
That's 28.
28. The firebolt goes straight through the wasp. You're like, and then you realize, wait a minute, it's an illusory wasp, and the wasp looks sad. He just goes and dissipates. And you hear, oh, man, you guys are good. Checks, please.
24.
24.
Ooh. 28.
28. All right. And Charmaine's got that one there. Kegara, you are nearly at the top. You think 2 more rounds of that, or 1 critical will get you to what you can see at the top of... You guys are currently on this final stretch here, and then you see there's a ladder that drops down that leads to the front door.
Right.
And so... Ooh, careful. At this point... there is a... and you see before you, so if you wish to roll an initiative on this one, because this is going to be a spell attack.
Yeah. 17.
17. Alright. Okay. So, coming out of invisibility, you see this very vibrant violet dragon with butterfly-style fairy wings on it. And he goes, "Hi! Go back down!" And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You get advantage on this because this is a charmed effect.
17.
17.
Yeah, wait a sec. It is wisdom. Yeah, 17.
17. Okay. Unfortunately, you're not within Charmaine's radius, so that fails. So you are under the effects of the suggestion spell for the 8 hours, and it just wants you to go back.
Can I not? So I'm not going to chuck the fireball at it.
You can, but then you've got to keep going back down.
Well, that's the plan was fireball. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
So you can throw it. You can throw a firebolt at it. That's fine.
22.
That hits.
3d10.
How big is the dragon?
The dragon.
That's 36.
36 on 3
Sorry,
dice?
no, sorry, 26.
20.
26, my bad, 26.
Alright,
Sorry.
cool. Alrighty.
I'm
It's
tired
dragon.
in math.
Why is there the riding horse and the... Why are they up there? Good God. Alright, the dragon... God. So you see this dragon here. It would be classified as a huge creature compared to you. So
Yeah.
not as big as the worm. So it takes the 26 points of damage and it goes, oh, you mean? Bonus action turns invisible and disappears.
A question.
Yeah.
As a frog, a big frog,
Mm-hmm.
how big is it compared to me?
Same size. So you would not be able to consume this creature.
Wow. It just take you longer.
Can I tongue lick it?
See, frogs try to eat pretty big stuff.
Yeah.
Can I lick it with my tongue?
No, because it turned invisible, and it wasn't within range of you. Because Kegara was making so much progress, he was ahead of all of you. That's why it was able to attack. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now Kegara's...
If I'm gonna be a frog, I at least want to eat something.
Yeah. So now Kegara's making the slow... Oh, actually... Okay. Now I was checking to see it might have failed its concentration check to maintain the polymorph, but it didn't.
Ooh.
Alright, cool. Okay. So you guys see Kegara heading back down. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to ask Kegara why he's going down. Kegara,
Because-
why are you going down?
Because the nice dragon told me I had to go down, so I have to go down.
Don't have to do what the dragon
Yes,
tells
I
you
do.
to.
Tongue. I'm gonna wrap up Gigara.
I step
And
off.
carry
I step
him.
off. I step off the bean chute.
Okay.
It's the fastest way down.
Alright, so he steps off. I will say specifically with this one here. So with this, it must be worded in a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear, or immolate itself, or do something obviously harmful, is not part of what it will make you do. It's just asking you to go back down. It's not telling you to hurt yourself and throw yourself off. It's saying just go back down to the bottom. So
Yeah, but Kegger would take the fastest route possible.
can you survive? Do you have featherfall?
Oh
Like, how are you planning to survive this? Is my question.
yeah, fair call.
Because you wouldn't take the fastest route possible by committing suicide.
Well,
You know,
say
fuck it,
that.
DM. I'm tired of this campaign.
you say that.
Death by Beanstalk.
This is Kegger.
Yeah.
He may very well. I can cast fly, so
All right, so you cast flying and stuff, and it's being into whoosh. But I believe before that was happening, there was a frog that was going to attempt to swallow you. Sorry. Make a strength saving throw.
So I didn't get a chance to grab him before he ran away.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're doing that now. So Kegara, strength saving
Oh.
throw.
Oh, strength saving throw.
Yep.
And I have to make an attack roll?
For the tongue attack, it just says it targets one medium or smaller creature it can see within 20 feet of it.
Oh, okay.
So as Kegara zips past you on the way down, you just...
Come here.
14.
14. You fail. See, you now have a grappled Kegara in your mouth.
Rabbit.
I've been devoured by a giant frog.
I smile at you.
I just want to go down the slide.
And we go up.
All right. Jackie and
Rabbit.
Charmaine. Charmaine gets stuck, so you don't make any progress. I'm sorry to say, Frog. But...
Can I not jump over her or go around her or something?
Just to maintain the consistency of this climbing. Yeah, you don't know whether if you leap, because you're not overly skilled in your frog body to be confident enough to leap over someone on a vertical surface and not accidentally throw yourself into the void. I mean, you're welcome to try, but there may be some rolls that you may not like involved.
No, I don't want to die.
Yeah, okay. That's good. I didn't think you wanted to.
Although, in saying that, I have got a balloon in my mouth now, so I might float to the bottom.
So, what's your roll?
Is this for my dex?
This is for your climbing up.
I didn't roll very well. I got 12.
12. All right. So neither you. So this with Kegara throwing himself over the edge, everyone's like, "Oh shit!" So there was no progress made this round. Next round. Success.
Ooh. 29. I rolled a 20.
29.
So I don't know if that's
yes.
anything.
All right. Good stuff. You need 4 more to get up. No, you need 3 more to get up, sorry. Yep, that's 1 more for Charmaine.
23.
That's another one. Cool. Last one. Oh, sorry, second last one. Yep. Ooh, shit.
28.
28. Oh, yes. Jackie's determined now.
Yes.
The anger is...
Must get to top.
Let's get to top. All right, cool. And... Yes, Jackie?
Oh, another one?
Yes,
Thought I did.
last one.
20.
20. All right. You make it to the foot of the ladder. Give me a moment. We transition to a new map.
Oh.
That's Big Fleur at the moment, the frog.
I'd say that my sword doesn't.
What is it?
You got my sword. It's probably not there anymore.
Oh, yes. Yes. All right.
I never got to use it.
And this is the entrance hall to the castle. Yeah, if there's a little dome, that means there's a door there because the door model hasn't loaded in because it's glitched out. Give me a second. I will read you the introduction to this. You see before you a very well lit and clean entrance chamber. A wooden door is closed before you, and there are 4 pedestals in this entrance, all of them with green flasks on them with corked stoppers. On the wooden door, there is scratched into it, who here speaks Draconic?
Ooh. Charmaine, maybe?
Yeah, I'm having a look at that. Nope, she speaks Sylvan, Halfling, and Common.
Not me.
Celestial, Common, and Sylvan.
Okay. And Jackie?
I don't have that. I might have a spell or something that can make me understand it, like tongues, if I really need to.
Tongues allows you to speak and understand languages, not read text.
Well, I have Common, Sylvan, and Telepathy.
Okay, so these are definitely draconic runes, but you are unable to understand them. But even though the runes are scratched, the sign that the plaque on the door has very nice gold filigree around it. So the scratching probably wasn't what was originally on the sign. So someone's scratched out what was on there and put this new writing on there. But as you step across the threshold, Jackie, as you were the first one to the top, you hear, I mean, welcome to the castle of the great and powerful ooze. And that's where we'll leave today's session. So, I hope you all had fun, those of you that were mostly awake, and as for everyone else.
Apparently I'm inside the mouth of a giant frog.
Mouth of a giant frog. No, it'll wear off in an hour, then you'll be in the side of a giant fairy. So, not sure what's better. But for now, I would like to thank my players. Kigara.
Hello, goodbye.
Fleur.
It is sleep time.
And Jackie.
Yes, Jackie says goodbye.
And hopefully Charmaine is okay. Not sure what happened to them today, but I'm sure they'll be back next week. Bye. And until next time, everybody, remember to keep on blending. Bye.
Bye.